In recent years, over 8,000 physical stores shut their doors across the United States in a single 12-month window, and thousands more are closing down. And the reasons for this trend extends far beyond what you see on the media. Across retail, pharmacy, fast food, and apparel, America's biggest corporations aren't just losing to e-commerce, they are making a deliberate, calculated decision to ditch their physical storefronts. But how can this be happening in the world's largest consumer economy? If Americans are still spending trillions of dollars every year, why are retailers collapsing? Welcome to the Courier documentaries, and this is the hidden legal machinery, financial traps, and corporate missteps forcing giant brands out of the physical world. Number 1, the retail storefront has become a business of high operating cost and thin profit margins. Rising operating costs is the first reason the US physical retail is struggling, because stores have become much more expensive to operate than they were 10 to 20 years ago. According to research from the Food Industry Association, net profit margins in physical grocery sit at a razor-thin 1.9%. That means when operating costs rise by even a fraction of a percent, an entire store network drops below zero. The US Bureau of Labor Statistics data reveals retail wage floors jumped over 22% in 4 years, while commercial rents and utility costs climbed double digits. The average US shopping centre charges $28 per square foot in annual rent. In Manhattan's most valuable retail corridors, that number climbs past $2,000 per square foot. Add labour, utilities, and the cost of the goods themselves, and many retail categories are left with single-digit profit margins. In January 2026, Amazon closed all 72 of its Amazon Fresh and Amazon Go stores. A decade of experimentation ended within weeks. Amazon's own explanation was direct. The stores never found an economic model that justified expanding further. Amazon concluded that the numbers simply didn't scale, and the capital will be moved toward Whole Foods and toward delivery infrastructure now reaching more than 5,000 cities. Number 2, consumer behavior shift. The biggest change to physical retail comes down to a fundamental shift in how we shop. Over the past decade, foot traffic across traditional enclosed suburban malls plummeted. Data from Courier research highlights how this behavioral pivot triggered a fatal death spiral for especially middle-tier suburban malls. Retail stores were engineered for an era where shoppers spent hours wandering concourses. As consumers shifted toward online shopping, foot traffic vanished, leaving massive multi-floor anchors paying millions in overhead for ghost town floor space. A perfect example of this is Macy's. For decades, Macy's expanded into hundreds of shopping malls across America. At the time, the strategy made perfect sense. Retail stores were the anchor tenants that attracted millions of shoppers every year. A busy mall meant a busy Macy's. But as more shopping moved online and many malls lost foot traffic, some Macy's locations became much less productive. The company found itself maintaining enormous buildings with operating cost, even as customer visits declined. In early 2024, the company announced its Bold New Chapter strategy, which includes closing approximately 150 underperforming Macy's stores. Those 150 enclosed mall locations accounted for 25% of Macy's square footage, but generated less than 10% of total revenue. Macy's is redirecting hundreds of millions into AI-driven supply chains, upgrading its digital app for seamless online pickup, and scaling up high-margin luxury banners like Blue Mercury. A third force that has destroyed American legacy physical retail from the inside is private equity and debt overhaul. Private equity firms typically don't buy struggling retailers with cash alone. Instead, they often use a leveraged buyout, LBO. In an LBO, a large portion of the purchase price is borrowed, and that debt is frequently placed on the retailer itself rather than on the private equity firm. When debt becomes too large, companies often begin restructuring. They close stores, lay off employees, sell real estate, reduce inventory, and simplify operations, and eventually killing the company. In 2005, private equity firms, Bain Capital, KKR, and Vornado, bought Toys R Us in a $6.6 billion leverage buyout. They put up just over $1 billion in equity and piled $5 billion of debt directly onto Toys R Us's balance sheet. According to court bankruptcy filings, servicing that debt cost Toys R Us over $400 million every single year in interest payments alone. That interest drain starved the company of capital. While competitors like Target and Amazon were investing billions into e-commerce fulfillment, store maintenance, and competitive pricing, Toys R Us was legally forced to send its cash to Wall Street lenders. In 2017, Toys R Us filed for bankruptcy and liquidated over 800 stores, a collapse driven not by lack of brand love, but by private equity debt overload.